What's up, everybody, and welcome to yet another exciting episode, Power Connect. Panon Power TV, do join us, DStv channel 278, GOtv channel 19 in Zambia, and GOtv channel 22 in Malawi. But otherwise, welcome Kudiba, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Malawian audience, and the Zambian audience as well. You can simply join the Power TV family by following us on our social media platforms. If you're Power TV Zambia, Konse Ekomwaya. Allow me to introduce, my name is Suecey Chigelo Chaku Kopala. Today's episode of Power Connect is a conversation around mental health. I'm going to be joined by a lady who's going to be talking about the struggles of mental health, the stigma around that, and also how she's championing and using her platform to shed more light on how you can deal with these particular issues. KALALUKA is going to be joining me on the other side, but to kickstart the show, we're going the chefy way because it's a choice by her and she wants us to start the show with Chef 187's Wala Wala. On the other side, Alan Joyner, Mochimunzi Nizi. Welcome back. In case you're just tuning in, this is Power Connect, Panon Power TV, DStv channel 278, GOtv channel 19 in Zambia, and GOtv channel 22 in Malawi. My guest is already on site. Today we're going to take a route around and have a conversation around mental health. My guest is using her platform. This is through her community work, currently promoting a pageant called Miss Mental Health Zambia, and she's creating awareness and also challenges that people that are going through mental health related issues do face, especially around girls. KALALUKA, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Sue?
I'm good, and welcome to Power TV.
Thank you so much for having me.
So excited. So we started the show. Norumboro Watsala, Chef 187, Wala Wala. Why did you pick that song? Why do you like the song?
I love the song. Firstly, I love Chefy because he is my favorite artist. I love his songs. They're very motivating. They talk about real life issues, and some of them are related to mental health issues. So Wala Wala is a song that most of us can relate to, because it talks about how you try a lot of things and then they're just not working out. And most of us, most of the youths right now, most of us feel like we are trying so much, but we just don't get what we want to get out of it.
I love the message. I love that. But you know what? Let's talk about mental health. In Zambia, that conversation now, I like that we have a lot of younger people who are highlighting things that we go through, and it's very relatable because most of the time people talking about it are from a similar age range. So I want to find out from you, because before we get to where you are now, because now you have a platform and you're talking about mental health using different platforms. So let's talk about where your journey and your story starts. So where is KALALUKA from?
Okay, so my name's KALALUKA Mshaokwa. I am the founder of KM Media. So KM Media is the one that's spearheading Miss Mental Health Kopala edition that we're going to be talking more about later. Yeah, so I'm from Kabwe, a young girl who relocated to Lusaka, and then you just know what goes on with like just trying to discover yourself and just to get where you are. So I went through a lot of mental health issues. And then at that point, I was so young, I didn't know who to talk to. So I really suffered whatever it is that I was going through alone. And I really didn't like that and didn't want to see the next person go through that. So this is what inspired my journey.
That's nice. And how old were you? What age was that when you realized that, oh, you know what, I don't really have to let the next person go through this? And at a point where you feel like, I also don't even have to face these things and go through them on my own. How old were you at the time?
I was 28. Yes, so this is like about 2 years now we've been doing this. Yeah.
I get it. And you see what it is with life is, especially as young women, I know men also have stories they could tell to relate, but as a young woman talking to a fellow young woman, I know how the phases of life and what it is we go through, and in trying to figure out who you are and discovering yourself. You know, sometimes we try to rush the process. I don't know where we're running to, but sometimes we try to rush that. So let's talk about this initiative that you started a couple of years ago. So how do you first start? What initially happens in your life that triggers the thought, you know what, I can create a platform and talk to young women and just young people in general about mental health?
Okay, so because I have a media background, I worked as a journalist for a long time, and I used to just speak on behalf of people, the community, a lot of community related news. So I thought as a journalist, I would just now use mental health to just, I would use my platform to communicate issues relating to mental health. And then we also wanted to target the youths.
Yeah.
So then, there are quite a number of media houses, and sometimes it's not easy to just get to the people that you want to reach. So we sat down, we thought, what activity can we do to catch the young youth, the youths, our target that we want to target? Then this is how come we came up with the beauty pageant. So we wanted to communicate about mental health using entertainment, and we are entertaining people and we are also educating them. So that's how come we came up with the beauty pageant.
Okay, so I see with the beauty pageant and also some of the community work that you do, and you sort of mentioned that you go to schools and you speak to young people in different spaces. What would you say has been something that you're finding is in common with all of these young people in regards to what they're struggling with when it comes to mental health?
Okay, so I think the biggest challenge is there's so many people out there with a story. There's so many people facing challenges, but they just don't know how to come out. So that is really the biggest challenge, because people don't know who to trust. They don't know how to even start the story.
Yeah.
So this is why when we go there, we really try and make them comfortable and just let them know that it is okay to go through what you're going through.
Yeah.
And then you have to speak about it, then see how you can get help. So yeah, when we go out there, we try and just make them realize that it's okay to go through what you're going through, but you need to speak out. For you to get out of that, for you to get help, you need to speak out. Yeah.
Okay, so also, there's different forms of entertainment, right? So I want to know why you picked on pageantry. Do you have a background in modeling? What triggered the fact that you just wanted to go with pageantry?
Okay, so I think beauty pageants are really helping us out a lot in achieve what we want to achieve, because we pick models, and the number, like for example, on the Copper Belt, we've picked 15 models. So it means we have 15 representatives that can help us go out there as ambassadors and also just advocate. So one is because of that reasons, we are picking quite a huge number of models. And then also, I think yeah, when we have the 15 models, at least I am assured that we have about 5 from Ndola. So I know these 5 models will at least touch even 2 lives in Ndola, and as well as the other towns. So that's one. It really helps us at least reach where we want to reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Kopala edition, let's talk about Miss Mental Health Zambia.
Okay.
Kopala edition, you've mentioned that you have 5 girls who are primarily from Ndola. How did the selection process happen? Did you target all the towns, or was it just, one town and you asked for people to come through?
We were in all the towns. We started with Ndola, and I think that's how come a lot of people from Ndola showed up, because we have the most models come from Ndola. Ndola has the highest number of models that are representing the Copper Belt, but we have a representative from each town. Yeah, that's 7 towns, about 7 towns, and we have a representative from the Kalulushi. We have a model from Chililabombwe. We have a model from Luansha, Kitwe, and Mufarila too.
Nice. Very balanced. But also, let's talk about one of the hashtags that you're championing in regards to this particular beauty pageant. And right now, with the fact that there's more spotlight on the world of pageantry, and now this is when people are realizing that to be a model, you need to be well-read, you need to be informed, you need to be smart, you need to be an advocate for change, But a thing that I see a lot of models have been championing for, and I see it's one of your hashtags, is beauty with purpose. So talk to me about what it means to you to have people who are beautiful representing a certain type of person in society, and also just have purpose as they go about that journey.
Okay, yeah. So one of our hashtags is beauty with purpose, and we are really trying to bring out a beautiful model or a beautiful person, but they really have purpose. Because we tell people that this is not just a beauty pageant where you see people are walking down and just showcasing their beauty. The whole event is an advocacy, starting from the introduction. I cannot say what we're going to have on that day. I want people to come and just be shocked about what the advocacy we are going to be doing through the introduction and the 5 other categories that we have, which is also office, where it's not just where you see models walk around and they're doing that office that they do on these other beauty pageants that they have. We are showcasing mental health challenges that are faced in offices, and that's the beauty with purpose.
Okay, love that. Talk to me about Kindness Zambia. Because I see that Kindness Zambia also is working closely with, or rather very incorporated in what you're doing with Miss Mental Health Zambia. So talk to me about that platform as well.
Okay, so Kindness Zambia is, so I am KALALUKA Mshauka. So KALALUKA Mshauka is the founder for KM Media, the one that's spearheading the Miss Mental Health Zambia.
Oh, nice.
So on social media, we run as Kindness Zambia because kindness is our also common hashtag that we usually use. Our advocacy is broad on kindness.
Yeah.
We want people to be kind everywhere where they go. We want people to just show kindness because, you know, people are going through so much right now, and then kindness can heal. So, yeah, so Kindness Zambia is like KM Media, but we just running it under Kindness Zambia.
Oh, nice. I get that. Okay, so let's talk about also some high officers in government or other government officials that have taken interest in wanting to be a part of this journey that you're on. Some people who've been behind certain pageants would complain about sometimes not being aided. It could be financially, or sometimes not being given the same amount of attention as maybe other people doing different kinds of arts, but within the space. How helpful has, you know, like the government or like these high officers been in assisting you with your goal and where you want to get to with the pageant?
Government has really been helpful. This is our second pageant. We started in Kabwe. The Kabwe mayor, Mr. Patrick Shala, was so supportive with just, you know, when you're just starting, people don't know about you, they can't trust with just jumping on and coming on as sponsors. But I think we were so grateful to the Kabwe mayor, who just came up and supported most of the funds that we needed for the event to take place. And then so for the Copper Belt, I think government has also really been helpful. We have visited most of the offices on the Copper Belt. We have a pending meeting with the Ndola Central Member of Parliament, who has welcomed this initiative, and he will be on the Copper Belt this weekend, and we are going to be meeting him, and we are so sure that he's going to bring up support. We have received support from the Ndola mayor, who has sponsored all his models, because the grand final will be in Kitwe. So this means that we have to now just provide logistics for our models to just go to Kitwe, compete, and also just ensure that the event is successful. So the Ndola mayor also just came up and sponsored all the models in Ndola, and he's going to also provide transport for the family members who want to come and support, and also fans who have bought, also supporters who have bought tickets. So I think government is really concerned about mental health, and I just want them to do more and just support people like us who are trying, because I mean, mental health is a very serious issue in this country, and people don't really take mental health to be that serious, and people just feel like when they don't really understand the effect that comes with mental health, and that if it could get worse, we won't have a productive society.
Beautiful. I love how well articulated that is. So let's also talk about you starting with Kopala. So it says Kopala edition.
Yes.
So Apande Tontonganya, we're going to have different editions in different towns or different provinces. So do you intend to also move the pageant into other provinces as well?
Yes. So we started with Kabwe last year. We picked a queen in Kabwe. And then all the other models that participated are now in Kabwe doing the mental health advocacy. So you see why we also use modeling. So because it has continued, we are doing a lot of kind things in Kabwe. We are breaking the stigma around mental health. We are doing mental health awareness in Kabwe. And we are just empowering the community. So even for the Copper Belt now where we are doing the same. So we are going to pick a queen who's going to represent Copper Belt. So from the Copper Belt, we are going to Muchinga province, then Eastern province, then Lusaka province. So we are going to go around all the provinces, and we're going to be there, pick ambassadors who are going to live in those towns to continue doing the advocacy. And then when we pick the queens from all the provinces, we'll now have like a final where we'll pick one winner.
The overall queen from the provinces.
Yeah, the Miss Mental Health Zambia.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so we know that Kopala edition is going to be in Kitwe, but let's quickly get into some of the details. So, Inende Fokwisa, no, get off Kopala. I want to travel from Lusaka. I want to come and be a part of this beautiful event, and also behind what it is that you're championing for. And there's a lot of other people that might be watching. So maybe just run us through some of the details, when it's going to happen and where it's also going to take place.
Okay, so the Miss Mental Health Kopala edition is going to take place in Kitwe. That's where the grand final is going to take place, in Kitwe at the barracks. So there's that special name that they call the barracks. Maybe you can help me since you're from the Copper Belt. Malik Ho. Malik Ho.
Don't shoot me.
Okay, maybe we'll just refer it to as barracks.
Our director is helping us with the poster, so we'll put a poster on the
screen. Oh, great. Thank you so much for that. Yes, so it's going to be at the barracks. We're going to start at exactly 16:30. Not Zambian time, 16:30, because we have a lot of advocacy to showcase. So we need all the time, and we need to pick our queen on time. We're not all about stressing people. We want to make sure everyone is comfortable. We start on time and we end on time. So we want people to come and support us and just come and just see what we have for them.
That's really beautiful. Now, also to conclude this particular interview, I just want to hear what your final words are. There's a lot of people that are watching right now. I'm going inspired by someone. Oh, there's this thing that's happening, and maybe speak about creating safe spaces for younger people. So is there a way people can also reach out for help, or is this do people reach out to you for help in case they want somebody to talk to? There's also a lot of younger people. Is this very focused on just girls, or are you also willing to expand and have conversations with the boys as well? And if so, how do they get in touch with you?
Okay, so my concluding words would be, I would really love to see people out there speak about what they are going through. And then we also want to just break the stigma around it and also just empower the community. So you can contact me on 077-6454-311. You can talk to me, and if the issue, because I'm not really like a professional mental health specialist, but I do work with a lot of mental health specialists and counselors. So if the issue is beyond me, I would connect you to the right person. So please, you can get in touch with me with that number. If you want to be part of this movement, you can still contact me on that number.
Yeah. Okay, so if you also would like to sponsor, you're still taking on more sponsors.
Yes,
for the
yes,
pageant.
yes.
Sure. So if you'd like to sponsor, the number is going to be on the screen. Please do reach out to her. And Kalaluka, in conclusion, I just want to commend you for the wonderful work that you're doing. I know it's not easy to get up and also just, because right now you're mother of the nation. You know how there's young people that just feel like they can talk to you. And I know it's not an easy job to get up, and you're listening to this one, going through this, but I want to commend you. It's such a beautiful, it's beautiful works that you're doing. And also it's such a great initiative that you're going about and sensitizing everybody about mental health in Zambia. So yeah, so to end the show, we're going to end with Kalaluka's peak again. Apparently Kalaluka loves Chef 187 so much that we have to play Chef 187 at the start and at the end. So we're going to end with Nobody. Why do you love this song?
I am a Chef 187 fan. I love all his songs. Yeah. And like I said, all his songs are very, very educative.
Yeah.
He doesn't just sing stuff that you can just I don't want to say it so much about that. But
Yeah.
I really love and appreciate Chef 187. And this is my favorite song.
Okay, great. So we're going to end with Nobody. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that stayed with us start to finish, the conversation continues for social media, Power TV Zambia, Facebook, Instagram, and on X. My name is Suecey. I was hanging out with KALALUKA to end the show, Chef 187, with Nobody. Muchimunzi nisha. Nizi.
Muchimuzi nizi.